Hey, this is Brendan from Comicon. Today, I'd like to talk a little bit about Fanhome's ET, the Extraterrestrial Build-Up. I've been getting these subscription boxes for about 2 months now, so I've got two boxes because it's one per month that comes out. But this is the model. This thing it's like 3 feet tall. I think it's like 34, 36. Oh, well, yeah, 36 inches, something like that. But it comes in a monthly subscription box, and in the box comes these magazines that have the instructions for what to do with the kit that you've just gotten. Usually there's between 2 and like 5 build stages per box that comes out. They charge per build stage. So the first box comes with like build stage 1, 2, 3, and they do some introductory thing where it's like $1.69 or something like that. And then each build stage after that is build it for full price. But you might get 4 build stages 1 month and 5 the next, or 3 the next, or something like that. It depends on the size of the thing and how intricate the build is. But I tried to do this video when I got the first box, and just everything went wrong. So in the box this time, what I've got here in the box. And the other thing is, this is one model. They have so many. They have a Millennium Falcon. My phone is ringing. And so we ditched that video, and I'm going to do 2 packages today. So package number 1 came with build kits 1 and 2 in it. And those are these magazines are the ones that came with it. And build kits 1 and 2 were the eyes and the face skin. The face skin you actually can't use until several steps down the line, but it's really cool, I think, that the order that they send stuff out, you get the face skin right away. So you have an idea of what it looks like, what it feels like. You can sit there and, like, have it out and play with it or whatever. But, it's kind of one of those things where, like, if you just have the eyes in the carriage or whatever, it doesn't really, like, it's not like exciting. It's like, it doesn't really like get you hyped up for the next thing. So in build kit number 2, or not build kit number 2, but package number 2, which contained build kits 3, 4, and 5, they sent a bunch more of the head movement pieces, and once that's assembled, the next thing you do is ET's right finger, and it's got a light on the end. So I'm going to show you some pieces here that are assembled. Just real quick, the finger. If you look at this, that's ET's right finger, and it's got an LED in the end of it. There's a piece here that I assembled right here. It's got an LED in the end right there that glows red. And then I'm sure this is not the correct power source for the finished product, because the power source has to go up, through ET's hand, up through his arm, through his chest, down to the power source that also does the light up chest and the blinking eyes and things like that. So I'm sure that they just sent me this battery pack just so that I could do this and turn that thing on and play with it at home. Like I said, adding to the anticipation for the next stages and things like that, because now I've got this cool like ET finger, and it makes no sense to get this now and to build this now, other than to have it to be cool to show people and stuff, because you can't do anything with this until you have a hand and an arm and a torso and the rest of the wiring harness and things like that. But it is kind of cool that, once they're done with the bigger pieces of this kit, they stuck the finger in there so that you can see what that's going to look like and kind of what the effects are going to be down the line. So 1 through 5 is what I've done so far. Instead of trying to build these off camera, I wanted to time myself and see how long they take. The 5 stages, I did them all at once, and it took me about 20 minutes. And it mostly took me 20 minutes because I was stopping and taking pictures of things. As far as the ease of assembly, the pictures are great. The illustrations are great. It's very clearly stated what you're supposed to do, what it's supposed to look like when you're done. And actually, I had skipped a couple of steps because, I was stopping and starting to take the pictures and things, and it was very easy to go back and fix the things that I'd forgotten to put in and stuff like that, because everything just makes a lot of spatial sense. At Christmas time, I put together a Lego Technic with my 10-year-old, and I would say that the difficulty of assembly is probably about the same as that Technic piece that I put together. If you can basically operate a Phillips head screwdriver and can follow basic Lego style instructions, this thing's pretty easy to put together. So speaking of the head, so far what we've done here, he's got eyelids. You can see those move right there. Those snap open and shut with a servo motor. And then his eyes go back and forth. And there's remote controls for these features. So I'm doing this manually right now just to show you. But there's obviously, when you look at this piece and it's naked, there's obviously pieces that go back here to fill out the head. And there's going to be motors mounted and stuff in here that make the eyes go back and forth and make that eyelid go up and down. Oh, I'm off camera. And make that eyelid go up and down and make those eyes go back and forth. Um, yeah, so I mean, it's a cool thing. So far, each stage, at the end, I've had something cool to like play with. So while you're waiting for the next package to come, while you're waiting, you have an idea of where it's going because they've sent you some advanced pieces. Like I said, inside these booklets is information about the process of building the practical effects. And what was the guy's name? It was Carlo Rambaldi. So when I'm talking about attention to detail with this thing, it was produced in collaboration with the Carlo Rambaldi Cultural Foundation. It's an organization created in 2014 to promote, preserve, and restore the works of special effects maestro Carlo Rambaldi, who was the guy who worked on the original hero for the ET series. So he was making the models and the different things. Because one of them was actually a costume that a child wore, when ET was drunk and stumbling around. That was a kid who was in there stumbling around in the costume. So they had the puppets, they had the animatronics, and they had this costume. So talking about all the different ways that things came together, how the movie was written, just lots of little fun facts in there. Um, Features, it's got sound effects. It speaks. It says lines from the movie. And if I'm reading correctly, and I might have this wrong, somebody can correct me in the notes if you want. But I think it speaks in different languages too. So if you have grown up with the Spanish ET, it's possible, and don't quote me on this, but it's possible that it also says the catchphrases from the movie in Spanish. But the light in ET's right finger lights up as I showed you. There's also a light in his chest, the heart light that glows toward the end of the film. The neck extends and comes down. The arms move. The face moves. The mouth moves. When it's talking, there's going to be a motor in there that's moving the mouth. Um, and a bunch of the stuff works by remote control. So another reason why I was saying that little switch thing that came with the finger is probably not the final power source for it, but very cool that they included it. But there's a remote control where you can make the head go up, make the head go down, make the lights come on, the finger light and the chest light, make it say things, make the eyes go back and forth, make it blink. So yeah, no, the thing is really cool. And I've never really done any of this model building, so I appreciate the level of care that they put into the fit and finish. Everything goes together exactly the way it's supposed to be. I know that sometimes when you're doing balsa models or different plastic models, where we have to cut the things out and there's a lot of sanding and things to get everything to fit together just right. But there's none of that with this. Everything goes exactly the way it's supposed to go. At the end of, I've seen the finished product at New York Comicon. What was that? 2023, back in October. I've seen the finished product, and it's freaky how detailed it is and how realistic it is, which actually brings me to another point is like when these things come to you, sometimes it's a little shocking to open up a box and just see, an avulsed face staring at you because without any of the other electronics or any of the other mechanical components in here, just this face is very realistic, and you see it's very pliable, it's soft, it feels like skin. When the movement is in there for the mouth, you can see that opens and stuff. Like it's just they have done a ridiculously detailed job with this. So this is the ET build up. They have Iron Man. They have the Fast and Furious cars. They have Batmobile 66, which is one that I was really, really stoked to see. Hopefully at some point down the line, I might be able to get to build one of those because it's the classic Batmobile, the black with the red detailing and stuff on it. When you look at it and you turn it over and you look in the engine compartment, everything is right. And it's got the remote controls that'll, they've got Kit from Knight Rider. And I saw the remote control key fob on that one. It's a key fob on a keychain. You push the button and the lights go back and forth, and the headlights turn on and different things happen inside and stuff like that. So they put a lot of care into screen accurate representation of these characters and these vehicles and the different armors and things that they're wearing. So at the end of the day, when you're done with this, I say the end of the day, but when you're talking about 18 months or 2 years to get the thing done, it's a labor of love. At the end, you have built this thing, and now it's on your counter or sitting somewhere on display. The ET is going to be 3 feet tall. The Millennium Falcon is 3 feet long, and when I was sitting there joking with the guys at the Fanhome booth, and I was like, "Wow, I've got no place to store that," and they go, it mounts on the wall. So you can have this massive, like screen accurate Millennium Falcon that's 3 feet long hanging on your wall in your living room. It's really cool stuff. So they have all kinds of different subscription build-up services. A lot of them are ready right now. Some of them are coming out soon. I think Batman 66 drops soon. I don't think it's quite out yet. But the ET at home buildup is, if you're an 80s kid like me, or you're just into monster movies or aliens or cryptids or anything like that, this is a really great project. My kids helped out with it. So if it's something you want to do as a family, if you guys are really into the Star Wars franchise, you're really into Fast and Furious, or one of the other licenses they have, they also have Back to the Future. You can make the DeLorean for Back to the Future. Very, very cool stuff. So this is package one and package two of Fanhome's ET home buildup, and building stages 1 through 5. And so far, I've got a blinking, eye moving head, and I've got a finger that lights up. But there's more to come for the head. I think that's probably going to come with the next package, or whatever is going to be the jaw and things like that. But I'm really excited to see what next month package is. So this is package one and two. I'm Brendan Allen. That's Fan Homes ET Home Build Up. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time.